Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 10, Episode 17, Karen Comes Home. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am Lady T. I like to do reviews on scripted shows, reality shows, and also do reactions. If you're returning, you one of my peoples, welcome back. We have one comment from last week's video, and it comes from Lyrical Rain Music. Hey boo, and it says a great commentary. Oh, I appreciate it, and I appreciate you commenting on my videos. And don't forget to come back and comment some more. Thank you. Y'all, I wasn't sure whether I wanted to review episode 17, Karen Comes Home, because Karen was not on the season. And I was like, is this rewarding bad behavior, or are we going to actually factually hold Karen accountable for her actions? Y'all know last season, Karen denied the fact that she had a problem. Even though that she had multiple DIYs and she had been arrested for drinking and driving. So I was like, is she going to be truthful in this interview with Andy? And I was like, hopefully, while she was behind bars for those 6 months, she was able to reflect on her actions. And once she is out of jail, that she will go into some AA meetings and get into some counseling to get to the root of the problem, why she is drinking so much, and what is she trying to numb herself to that is causing her to drink. That is my only hope for her in this situation. So Karen, she has gotten out. She is at home. She is talking to Ray, their daughter Raven, and her sister about what is going on. We find out that she has these prison braids that she has is from the other inmates. Now, my first thought was, did they wash his hair first? Or did they take these extensions directly from their head and put it in your head? Because if that is the case, that is nasty. This is when I got the grab on my right shoulder. Now, if y'all new here, when I am scared, where I'm irritated, or I'm just creeped out, this right shoulder, for some reason, I gotta grab it. And this is what I was doing. I was like, Karen, please tell me you not take somebody else's weave and put it in your hair. Please tell me that it was washed thoroughly, which I'm not really sure what kind of shampoos they got inside the jail. But these ladies wanted Karen to look nice once she got out of jail. They couldn't have her looking all crazy like they did in her mugshot, or when she was in the back of that police car, saying that she was Thomas Jefferson's concubine. You know how that wig was looking, and you know how that makeup was looking. And it's like, we can't have you going out here looking like this being released. So we're going to take our extensions out, and we're going to braid you up. We're going to put this little scarf on your head, and we're going to make it do what it do. Me, I just hope that y'all watched it first. And she gets home, and I'm pretty sure that she was just like a weight lifted off of her, being out of jail, smelling the fresh air, coming home to your home, being able to shower in your own shower and use the soaps that you want to use, and lay in your own bed and eat the food that you want to eat, and not being told when to get up and when to go to sleep, and not having to be looking over your shoulders. Yeah, but I do appreciate that while she was in jail, that she didn't want any special treatment. She didn't want to be, she wanted to be in the general population. She wanted to be with the people, because, like, if I'm going to be here, and I'm here for a reason, because she was drinking and driving and she got, convicted of it. But she not going to take the easy road. And I was like, I commend her for that, because she could have been trying to get the celebrity treatment to where she's off in a room by herself, to where she's in jail, but she still got some luxuries of the outside world. And I was like, if that's the case, she's not going to learn her lesson. But while she was in there, she was trying to counsel to the young ladies, like, it took her 60 years to get to where she was ending up in jail. How, at a young age, how did y'all end up here? And I was like, well, hopefully she can put some kind of wisdom into them and try to make a difference. And hopefully after this, after she has reflected on some things, and actually reflected on some things, and this is not just a PR stunt, but you want to, get some kind of treatment center together and help some of the ladies who, once they get out of jail, to get their life back on together. That would be nice if Karen could do that. we find out the reason why Karen was just so certain that she wasn't going to jail is because she hadn't watched the video of the night she was arrested. And she did not allow Ray to watch the video. Now, her lawyers told her, look here, girl, you need to take a plea deal because this not good. And she still refused to do it, refused to let Ray do it. And it wasn't until she went into treatment that she saw how she was acting and was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to jail. I was acting like this. My wig was slid all the way back. I was being combative with the police officer. I was up there, you know who I am. They call me the Grand Dame. I'm Thomas Jefferson's concubine. She was doing all these things, so she's like, oh, yeah, I was definitely going to jail. And she wasn't in her right mind at the time when the lawyer told her to take this deal because she was mixing prescription antidepressants with alcohol. We also find out that her kids had been worried about her and her alcohol use. This went back 20 years for when the first time she had her DUI. And back then, Ray said that he felt that something was wrong with her, and she didn't think anything was wrong with her because the doctor's like, oh, girl, you fine, you cool, just take this medication. And she was doing that, and she was fine up until her parents' passing, and this is when she was upping her doses. She was, I don't know if that's considered self-medicating because, like, this was prescribed by the doctor, but she was, like, upping her dose. And it's, no, you're not supposed to mix some prescription drugs with alcohol. This is just a bad combination. It's just a, bad combination altogether. And she did not heed to these warnings. And this is where we're at now. Her being unhappy at home. She said she's talking and she's being somewhat truthful, but it's like she's still not saying all the way everything, because it's like she says that the night of her drinking and driving, she was unhappy at home. Why? She was just unhappy. The kids is gone. Y'all know her and Ray have had these. She said they in love, but he had said, wasn't that a few years ago that he's not sure if he still loves her or something like that. She's unhappy at home. And she decided to get behind the wheel knowing that she had mixed some alcohol and prescription drugs together. And this is what led up to the accident. It's like she's taking accountability, but not all the way. It's not so much as the alcohol, it is the pills. And I was like, it's both. The pills and the alcohol, because the pills by itself may not have made you act like this, but when you mix it with alcohol, then you're not in your right mind. And I'm glad that she's admitting what she's done, but at the same time, it's almost like, well, it's because of this. Like, she's not taking full accountability of it. It's like she's going to take a small portion of accountability and not 100% accountability. Karen didn't think she was going to get as long as the sentence that she got. She thought maybe a month, and she was going to be out of here. And she was surprised that they gave her the time she got. But she did get out early, and she said because once she got into jail, that she started running the Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous meeting, and I am with Andy, like, so you who freshly, come to the realization that you have a problem and just freshly got a little bit of treatment, you're running everything. But she was like, she went through rehab before she got sentenced, so that's how she was able to do it. And this is here yet again where she's owning it but not owning it. Like, do you actually have a problem with alcohol? And she's like, I am a person who is, living with these issues. I'm paraphrasing, but basically, yeah, but no. That's where we're going at. And Andy is looking at her like I'm looking at her like, really? And she says that she realized going through therapy and everything that she has been stunted since she was 19. She's not blaming the assault that happened when she was 19 on everything now. She is like, she's just realizing things. She's been unhappy at home. That contributes to some things. And like she says that she, even after the accident, she was still drinking. And she's not going to say she's an alcoholic because it's both pills and alcohol. She is trying to focus more on, well, I'm like this because of the pills. And I'm on pills because the doctor prescribed it to me. So that's not my fault type of situation. Now, granted, I understand that a lot of people who end up on hard drugs, not all, but a lot, is because they had an accident. They had surgery and they were giving a strong narcotic during their recovery process after the surgery. And their body developed an addiction to that. Like their body needed that. And after a while, they were no longer able to get these certain medications after their surgery. So then it was like, okay, now they're going to doctor trying to get the medication. That's no longer working. Oh, somebody says, well, maybe you should try this. And then next thing you know, they are full-on drug addicts. So I understand that happening. I just don't like it's like she's trying to put not all, but a lot of her addiction. Well, the doctor gave me this medication, and this medication made me act like this. It's like I can blame that on the doctor, but she's not looking at it as I chose to drink as well, and doing that would be putting it on herself and not blaming someone else. And Andy is clocking that too. Like, so you're just going to eliminate yourself from this, and it's other people's fault that you have become like this with mixing pills and alcohol. That's where it's at. Since Karen was not at the last reunion, Andy shows her some clips of what the ladies had to say. And it was like, they thought she had bad counseling. They was like, we saw the video and like, girl, what was you doing? And Ashley, you know, somebody's always coming up to Ashley with information, and she was told that Karen used to be out here day drinking at this particular restaurant. Wendy basically says the same thing, but Ashley has been known to lie, stretch the truth, and add a little sauce on things. She believes Ashley. Even though Wendy was like, yes, I was at a restaurant, and the waiter was like, oh, you were on a show with Karen? Well, she comes in here and day drinks all the time. They're basically saying the same thing, but y'all know Karen has never really seen it for Wendy, even though Wendy has done nothing to her at all. Is the fact that the way has Ashley and Giselle, and even Robin used to come for when Karen left, right, up, down, and sideways. But you don't believe Wendy? And then Andy was sitting here like, Wendy felt some type of way when you was like thanking everybody. You thanked Giselle, Ashley, Robin, Candace, Andy, your 4th grade teacher, the dog that saved your life when you was 16. You thanked everybody except Wendy. But she gonna sit here and say, well, that was because Wendy was the only one that did not reach out to me while I was in jail. I wonder why. Because you didn't thank her, even though she was the one that defended you the most on this show while you was not there. She was defending you to these ladies. And y'all know, Karen has never seen it for Wendy, even though Wendy has done nothing to her. But now since she didn't reach out to you after you was being ugly to her and said all these things about her, she didn't reach out to me while I was in jail, so we're going to have a conversation about that. It's like, really? See, this is what I be saying about Karen. That was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on so when my beautiful face puts up a video, you can click on it, you can like it, you can share it with your people, and you can come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.